All right, what's up? What's up, Jake? Repping the Brewers hat. It's the M Wheat today. How's it going? How are you? How is everyone else? I'm sure there's going to be some more people popping in. We're starting here at 10 o'clock. I have a Tigers at Spiders game. um, G Man, no, that's total views. So I only had about two people watching at the time, and I'm sure some people just were curious and decided to take a look at it. But but yeah, quick mic test. I got a new mic. I got new lights here, here, and here. You can't see me pointing, but I did it anyways. Um, and we're gonna play a Cleveland Spiders game. So we're gonna take a look at the Detroit Tigers roster first. Same opponent as the one that you were playing, Jake. Even though you did a fantasy draft, still the Tigers. Um, nice, G man. Yeah, I'm glad that you were there for that awkward minute of me seeing if the microphones worked or not. Yeah, Jerron. Actually, best part about the gear too. One of my buddies gave up on his podcasting dream, so he was like, "Hey, if you need a microphone or if you need some lights, then then you can have the ones that I have." So I have his lights and I have his microphone. So if I sound like it's better quality, then it's because of him. We're just looking at the Tigers right now. They didn't really do much. Looks like Silver is going to be the starting second baseman. It is nice. Yeah, I'm really excited about it. Yeah. If I'm not loud enough, then let me know as well. If the game's like too loud or if I'm not loud enough, I'm still messing with the sound levels of it all. But yeah, they didn't really move too much around. Still got most of the starters. They moved their second baseman, but the rest looks pretty normal. Three catcher is interesting. I don't understand that. But we're gonna get into it. I got Andrew Durango making his Cleveland Spiders debut. I got him in a trade from the Mariners in the offseason. If you missed my offseason episode, it was on what was that Monday? Yeah, it was on Monday, and then I played opening day on Tuesday with both teams. Took Wednesday off, and then today's Thursday. So we're just getting started in the 2021 season. I'm going to play this until 21 drops, and then hopefully, if my roster that is moves to MLB 21, then hopefully we'll be doing some franchise on MLB 21. If not, I'm going to continue this franchise until we got some more built up. I think you guys will mostly stick around for that, but we'll see. So I'm not going to mess with the lineup. It worked enough on opening day. We were a good lineup on opening day. We just didn't pull out a win. Yeah, Jake, I saw that too, actually. Yeah, the 460 in the Discord. That's a bomb. Where was it hit? I didn't even click on it. Was it a Colorado home run there? Pedro Pena, home run to the river. Okay. I'm going to have to click on it, yeah. PNC? Okay, yeah, that one definitely was in the river then. Especially given that Pena's a lefty bat, so it went right over the little bleachers they have there. One of my favorite stadiums too, PNC Park. So nice, so nice. But thanks for being here, everybody who is here. This is one of my scheduled streams. Excuse me. I also did a impromptu stream earlier today. Played an Atlanta Kings game in which we lost to the Marlins. So this is my second game of the day, second game on stream today. And then again, underneath me it says Bacon's Fictional franchise. This is with my fictional roster. If you don't know about it, let me inform you. It's a fully functional fictional roster that you can find on MLB The Show 17, 18, 19, and 20. Bunch of downloads, bunch of people who really enjoy it, and you should try it out if you haven't already. Love it. Thanks, Noble. Yeah, the real question is whose sound do you have on? Because I like listening to Phillies fan as well, but I'm curious if you're here to listen or if you're here just to interact with other chatters. So yeah, let me know. Suarez is a nice leadoff hitter for Detroit. He's real good against left-handed pitching. You got to pay attention to the platoons. No, but you got to get him to make you a mod too, so you have to have the sound on for both of us, though. That would get real confusing real fast. J-Hack, I love it. This dude is the most motivated to watch anybody play MLB The Show. I'm really glad you're here, J Hack. Glad to see your name in other Discord channels as well. Been very active, so thank you. I appreciate all the viewership, of course. Thank you for being here tonight. Your regular scheduled programming, Bacon's Fictional roster.
Durango has found success in his career at limiting base hits. Usually turns
Jake, you can have a mod, yeah. See, the real reason why Noble's a mod is so he has to watch. Yeah, you know that? Because he doesn't want to be here. I'm forcing him to be here. 3-0 to Silver. I gotta focus up. This dude, he's a Cardinal by default, second and third baseman. Much better against left-handers. Nice hot zones. I had him on my Angels franchise previously. That one I never streamed, but one of the first franchises I ran with my own roster.
3-1 the count now.
Honestly, Jake, J-Hack's been everywhere and active in the Discord too. I'm excited to hear about his Diamondbacks once he gets the opening day. I think you're starting soon, right? J-Hack, you just said that you finished spring training. And Noble, yes, exactly. I'll never pay you. No, I kid. We'll see about payment. We can negotiate that more later on.
Hit out towards second.
Just a ground ball to Webster. He makes the play. Yes, sir.
Next for the Tigers, Avery Phillips. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Love to hear it, Jerron. Yeah, especially when people just throw it in the Discord. I'm almost automatically clicking on the links in the stream times chat. So if you are streaming with my roster, if you're listening to me talk about it right now, then you're probably in the Discord. But if not, get in the Discord and tell me about when you're streaming, because I'll try to be there and be supportive as well. Pretty much automatic when it comes to that.
Marte is under it.
Game 1 soon? What are you saying, like tomorrow?
And that ends the inning.
Love to see it. I'd love to see your setup. I want to see what you've done with the Diamondbacks. If you delved into free agency as well, there's a few guys in free agency that I'm sure you could at least consider. But the reason why they're free agents is usually because they have some sort of flaw, whether it's like age or a certain contact from either side or something else. But I tried to make it so free agents were, you know, there's a reason why guys were in free agency. They weren't just there as like more filler pieces. They're productive, but they're not always super productive. So definitely take a look. Some guys are a little bit like play above, like Getz does, but definitely look into free agency. And then Noble, actually, since you're listening, you're here now. I started assembling a quick little spreadsheet for my own personal stats. So as you guys know, I only play one every 30 games during the regular season until I get eliminated. So I saved the season from last year, and it still is saved on my system. I was going through each individual game with the box scores, and I'm trying to put together my own statistics with each player and how well I did with each individual on stream, because the only games I played were on stream. And came across some interesting numbers. So I only had 2 hits with Gavin Cook and 13 at-bats, and they were both home runs, which I'm sure you love to hear, Noble. And Lenny Andrews is actually my best consistent regular. So that's something to keep in mind moving forward. Lenny Andrews, of course, on these Cleveland Spiders. And Noble, actually, I'm planning on sharing that sheet once I get it up to where I'm at in the franchise. I just need to finish the games in September. And then, of course, the couple opening day games from this week. But once I'm done with that, I'll definitely share it. And you guys can check it out, and I'll update it in real time as these games are done on stream. Won't be as complex as your stuff. You know, I don't get paid to do Excel, but it's going to be nice, classic baseball stats in a spreadsheet. And we all love to see that.
Working for the punch out and the offer.
Rosario's been good for me. He's a platoon shortstop. Not great on defense, but good enough because he's got wheels and can hit against righties.
Now a fastball inside, and he works it back.
JJ Lewis next. He's our big free agency signing. He had the collar on opening day for us. Didn't do anything against the White Sox. He's up next. I've matched with him before.
Line
There
drive
it
to
is.
left.
Lazeri back-to-back
And that'll
knocks to
get
start
down
the
for a
game
base hit.
with our 2 fastest players here on the Cleveland Spiders. We actually ranked the fastest in all of baseball.
Man, this guy's really
Of the 30 teams.
That
And I don't really
extensive
use
hitting
speed
streak
as much as I
to 9
should,
games.
but it's
Yeah,
just
he's
nice to
looking
have
into 3
more than anything
series
else.
right here now. 9 games, that's getting firm. He's seeing the ball well.
No, Noble, I want you to share.
High
Oh, is
in
this
the
a home
air
run?
and
I don't have
deep
the air horn up,
straightaway
do I?
left. Back
Oh,
out
no.
to the left fielder. And this
Oh,
one is
no.
gone. No chance to make a play on that one.
I lied, I do have the air horn up. That's a big one there for J.J. Lewis.
So a
We're off to a
3-run
great
blast
start
to
here against
straightaway
Detroit.
left.
J.J. Lewis with his
Early
first
in the year,
home run
as it's now
on
a
stream.
3-0
First
ballgame.
one for him. Thanks, Jack.
What a way to start
It's a fun
this
story. It's
one.
actually beer
Scoreless
tonight.
top
I'm
of
not
the
drinking
frame,
water.
and you answer with a bomb in the
Big
bottom
night.
of the
Very
first.
excited for this. J.J. Lewis with a home run. Love to see it. Yeah, and both the runners knew it. I knew it right away, too, because both the runners started to go. 374 off the bat. Not like Duran does, but
Stepping
it
in
still
now,
clears the
Max
fence.
Taylor. Fouled
It's
off.
Taylor.
And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season.
He probably could. Again, I'm going and looking at games that were played a while ago, too. I'm trying to keep track of the ones from last season. And then we'll do an active one.
A ball and 2
Do it,
strikes now.
J-Hack. Yeah, do it. I'll have to
After
open
that
another
extra
one.
base hit, things could go awry.
And it's only in a
He
cup
didn't. He
because I don't want to
battled
show
right back in his
what kind
zone
of
with
beer
a
I'm
nice
drinking. You guys
executed
are welcome to
pitch.
guess
Fastball
if you
called,
want, or I
strike
can put it in
three,
the
and there's
poll.
the first out of the inning.
But
Coming to the plate now.
I also just like to be
Lenny
discreet with my
Andrews,
drink, and I
he'll
wasn't
get
going
his
to share
first
that. But,
opportunity in this one.
I expect full pitch tracking as well. You know, you can actually watch all my previous streams on YouTube. Nice time to plug the YouTube.
Hit sharply on the
So
ground to the left.
if you would
And
like
that's
to,
through for a hit.
if you would like to go back and watch every single game that I have played, then you're welcome to do so. Nope, Eggy, that's not it. Yeah, J-Hack, he's
And
busy
now
on, or not,
Chris Dotson
Noble.
as he'll
J-Hack
take
is
a good
busy
look at a
on
curveball
3 other
that sweeps
channels
right
trying to
across
watch
the zone in
Bacon's
there for the
Fictional
first
roster.
strike.
Come on now.
First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away.
Bud Light Lime? His name. No, it is beer. It definitely is beer.
Takes a pitch high and away for ball
I don't know if you
1.
guys can see it even.
3
You
runs
see it?
already
Yeah?
home here.
Okay.
2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, it's not Bud Light. Nope, not Spotted Cow. See, this is fun. Angry Orchard? Nope.
Set and the 2
I do like Angry Orchard, though. This is not an ad. Even though I'm wearing a Miller wheat sign and drink a
didn't
beer.
miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2.
Oh yeah, Claw? No, White Claw is not beer
See
either.
the
No, I'm
runner in
drinking beer
motion
tonight.
here on a 3-2 count with 1 out. There's a pretty
I'll have
good
some Claw if
chance
I
he's
want
gonna
to
get a
drink,
pitch
like,
to swing at,
you know,
and
all the
if
way
not,
through a
it's
night.
ball 4
That doesn't
anyways.
happen too often.
Swing
Oh,
and a
Dodson!
drive to right.
What is
There it
this?
goes.
Both of our big dogs with home runs here just in the first inning for the Cleveland Spiders. And it's something about me playing 2 games in a day. Because we put up 20 when I was playing with the Kings on opening day. And now we have 5 runs here in the first with the Spiders. You love to see it. We got 6 the entire game on opening day. We have 5 already here.
They've already roughed him up for 2 homers, and they're not
It's
done
got to be
yet.
the beer,
We'll
yeah.
see if he
See,
can
if
improve
I hit
where
like
he
this all the
pulls
time,
up.
then I'm
Could
into
go
it,
either
yeah.
way at this point.
Then you'll see me drink it every night, yeah. That's funny.
At the plate, Eric
It's got to be the beer.
And he's a bit tardy there on the first pitch fastball. It's 0-1.
He definitely doesn't look himself to start this one, and this lineup needs to be on the attack
That's funny.
early and be aggressive and find a way to stay in this game.
Yeah, what's his score now? Is it still
It's
4-0?
taken several
You should
inches
tell him.
below
I
the
mean, you
zone,
guys are all in that
fact.
chat. But nah, I kid. He'll score though. He'll
This
go
one
back and
runs a
forth.
little too far in, ball 2.
To me, it looks like he just doesn't
Yeah,
trust
Showtime,
himself
we do.
out there on the mound. It's like he's fighting his
Showtime's
body
referring to the
on every
moving
pitch,
trucks
and
that
as a
left
result,
when
we're
the
seeing a
Browns
lot of
moved to
balls from him
Baltimore.
early on in this game.
Can't find the zone there.
But the Spiders are rivaling that right
It's
now.
clear he just
Top of the
hasn't
fourth,
been able to
4-0.
find
Cool.
any rhythm out there. Pretty much unable
Yeah,
to hit
again, I'm
any of
hoping
his
for
spots,
Game
and
7 there.
Now he's at 3-1, and he's put him into another great hitting count.
I just want him to have the
Swings through
best
it for
possible
strike number 2.
views, and I think that a Game 7 is going to do better than a Game 6. That's all. Yeah, me too.
And he lost him here on 3-2.
Yeah, Showtime. He has a viewer reward that says no, like IRL words, like no certain words. And I just want to make it so he can't say any swear words, or what is it? No cussing for 5 minutes. I think is one of his other ones. Yeah, something like that.
Marte.
But yeah, I want Game 7. I bet 500 of his channel points on
Ready
getting
with
a
the
Game
first
7.
pitch. Here it comes. No balls and a strike to count.
Yeah, it's really funny though. I like when he gets
0-1
frustrated.
pitch. This one's outside.
I mean,
Quite a
I
good
love
off
the
plate
game
that
too.
time.
I can't exactly,
Marte swings
yell in an
and throws
offline
from the
capacity
right side
though.
and stands at
Online, it's a little
5'10".
different. I'm a
He's
little bit more
9-year
competitive when it
major
comes to
league vet.
online play.
Can't
But
keep
offline,
going
you won't
back,
really
and he
catch me
falls
yelling at the
behind
screen
1-2.
except for balls and strikes.
Coming up now on 30 pitches in
This is
the
the
inning.
30th pitch from Withenshaw already.
Fouled away.
The wily veteran. You only bet 200?
The
Come on.
1-2. Gets
That
him
is
looking,
strike three call.
3.
But yeah, when I've played custom leagues in 20, I played
Digging in, Roberto
a lot of high
Ortega.
leverage games, and I would definitely not want to stream those because it's a little closer to what Phillies fan
First
generally
delivery to
does
him on the way.
on his streams, and I
Curveball
prefer the
just
clean content
misses, apparently.
when it
1-0.
comes to my
I
own
think
channel.
this inning could have far-reaching effects in this game. They're really making
Jake,
him
did you end up
work,
playing?
and unless
You
he
did play 2
dials
games.
it
Yeah,
in,
Locke had
it's
the
probably gonna limit
shutout.
how deep he goes into this game.
That evens it up 1-1.
There's another one of my big signees in free agency. It's Roberto Ortega. Both the Kings and the Spiders had
From the
3
belt, kicks
starters
and
sign in free
Swung on and
agency,
lifted in the
so
air
it's
to left
really
center.
a new look for both squads.
Suarez is there and he puts it away to stop the bleeding.
Noble,
9
I did
men
see
come
that,
to the
yeah.
plate, however, 5 of them
See, and I
score.
bet most of my
Second
500
inning coming up
before
for
he
Progressive
started,
Field.
or
The
before he
Spikers
gave up
lead
any
it
runs.
5-0.
Because the Grand Slam was it. Yeah, that was the only runs he's given up. So yeah, I bet all mine stuff before he gave
Next
up
to the
anything.
plate for the Tigers, the DH, Fernando Sanchez.
If that means anything
and
to
these
you.
guys have quite a hill to climb, down 5-0 here in the early going.
Chase, do you think he just has one readily available?
Still early on, but
Like-
you don't want to
like-
fall
like he's
too
got a
far
frozen
behind.
one in his
They're
freezer.
already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to
I'm gonna
get
picture
on
that now.
and
I
set
like
the
that.
table for the big boys to
Yeah,
start
for me,
driving in
I've
some
thrown
runs.
my share of
1-0
controllers. It's
the
more of like a
count.
drop or like a little bit of a sling, and then I'm just like upset about it. But that's why I don't like playing
Now here's
online
the
as much.
pitch.
I'm too into it.
Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2.
So yeah, and these controllers cost too much, so I'm not trying to throw any of them anymore.
And a liner foul into the seats down the right side.
2-1 to Fernando Sanchez, the veteran DH for these Tigers. Tigers have a
High in
nice
the air
lineup
out
against
to center
lefties.
field.
That's why I was kind of scared for Durango.
Taylor
They did make a
is
few
right
changes
there,
though,
one
so it's a
down.
little different than their default roster when you start a franchise with them or against them.
Time for a look at the defensive alignment.
That's a
for the
good
home
move right
team.
there, Noble. Yeah,
And one of
I
the
like
best
that.
guys on
Or
the
I'll slap my
defensive
leg.
side of the ball
I've slapped my
today is
leg a
gonna
few
be
times.
manning left field. Unbelievable
Chase, that's how I know
range
you're
out
white.
there,
Yeah,
the
punch a
ability
hole in
to
the
go
drywall.
back on balls, not fearful of the wall at
That's
all,
funny.
and has a strong.
Yeah, I haven't done that yet. I'm usually not, next to it or able to elbow it like this, That's good, Jake. Yeah, don't throw controllers.
So now to the
Don't
plate,
ever throw
Jose
controllers, young man.
Brazoban, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. And he's looking to get it going. Off
Jay
to
Heck,
a
my
bit of a
brother
slow
broke a
start this
PlayStation 2
year.
controller one time where he just like threw it straight down and it shattered. Chase, if I did punch a hole in the wall and I told you about it, I would definitely want you to start calling me Kyle.
Grounded down the third baseline.
And then I'll start
But a
drinking Monster
foul
Energy.
ball, 1-1.
And what else?
Now the pitch.
Brazoban, nice all-around shortstop for Detroit. I believe he's a little bit better, against lefties for contact. But that kind of like curve that I usually do. Yeah, baptized by Monster. But Brazoban, consistent performer at shortstop. He's about an all-star level dude. Like not Not bad by any stretch, but definitely not the best one in the league.
Hit on the ground out to short. Scooped up.
You guys know, of course, whenever I criticize players, they do well against me. Like they can hear me spouting out facts about how bad they are in certain situations. Jake, I'm never going to go 12-0 in BR, so I'm probably going to break everything in my home. Much more likely of those two scenarios. But no, that's a no to me for Bang. I don't want anything to do with that.
And he fouls this one off.
Again, let me know if sound is good. You guys aren't saying anything, so I'm assuming it is. And then lighting. I know there's a little shadow. I got to figure out how to put a light behind me or something, or I'll figure that out eventually to make it so it's a little less.
And he'll have another shot at it here.
Shadowy.
He was looking for a swing and a miss breaker right there, but left that one in the zone that got fouled.
Yeah, I'm trying to cut soda out of my life because I still drink a good amount of soda. And energy drinks are kind of just part of that, where I'll like, I have to wake up for my job sometimes earlier than I want to, and energy drinks just give me through the weekend.
Need to get it going soon.
I'm just Mountain Dew Dr. Pepper. I wish I would only drink Mountain Dew like Baja Blast. I love Mountain Dew Baja Blast. About what, J-Hack?
So
yeah, I love Mountain Dew Baja Blast, and then McDonald's Coke is the best thing that is on this planet. If I could get that to come out of my own home faucet, then I would never leave my home.
They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing.
Yeah, try not to drink too much energy drinks. I don't drink soda at work anymore, so that's a big one. I try not to drink soda unless I'm eating a meal at home.
But coming on
Other than that, I won't really.
To make the play for the first
King Cody, what's up? Welcome. Voltage? You're talking Mountain Dew Voltage? I had that a couple times too. For me, it's always Baja Blast, so Baja Blast is well above anything else in terms of Mountain Dew.
Moving the third baseman over second base and the right fielder to play third base. This is going to be your stationary team.
Of course, there's
trusting pitchers to execute
a few other versions. I like the sugar, the real sugar Mountain Dew as well.
She'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory.
Used to be a 3 Red Bull a day. Whoo! Yeah, I've worked 16-hour days before, and I still didn't need it, like an energy drink like that. Just needed a good nap when I was done. Yeah, I had one shift where my roommate at the time was playing Red Dead Redemption at home, and he and I left at 9 o'clock to work at 9:30, and then I worked from 9:30 a.m. until 2:30 p.m. and he was still playing Red Dead Redemption when I got back.
That time, and that'll be out number 2.
He's looking a lot sharper in his
right, yeah, Jake, I feel that though.
It'd be hard not to because that first
completion. I don't think I've vault. Are you still talking Mountain Dew? I don't think I've had a Mountain Dew Vault. If that's what you're talking about. If not, I don't know what you're talking about.
Into the box now, J.J. Lewis. As he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch. It's strike 1. He lost one over the wall back in the opening frame.
Yeah, bourbon and Coke. After the work week, I like it.
He's ready. Here's
yeah, I got a different work week being in the restaurant industry.
High
I'm nowhere
in the air
near that.
Down the right field line.
I do remember Surge that time.
This
yeah.
is going to wind up a foul ball. The next 0-2.
That one I didn't drink too much either.
Gets him looking
and that one's on the corner.
I
hate the low fastballs. I've talked about that a lot. I don't like low fastballs like that. I don't think I drank too much Surge myself.
Next up for Detroit, Jalen Hayne. He's the number.
They still keep putting out new ones too. They just want you to talk about them.
The first 6 guys
what was the one last year? Was it USA a couple years ago?
A great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if
Vault
they can
was his
find a
own
way
soda
to get
brand.
to this
Okay.
guy before he really settles in.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard of that before. I have to Google that. That's me showing my age, I'm assuming.
Here's the pitch. In there for strike 1.
Burger King has Surge in their remix machine.
So far,
That's crazy.
he's going to need to continue to throw
oh, it's like a Mountain Dew version of
the more they see this
Coke,
guy,
or that Coke produced. Okay, interesting.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to mess with that. Find or at least read about it if I can't actually find any.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count.
Always like learning stuff from the past because I didn't get to live a whole lot of this. You know. Payne is a tough guy to strike out. He looks like he's a big power hitter, and then he's a high vision guy. See, and I tried to make some of these power hitters like this, but then I didn't want to have Payne be a guy who was high vision, like max vision and max power. So he ended up being a max vision and above average power. Cola, yeah, I don't think I've heard of that either.
Have to be leery of that right there. And take
Billy Beer, I don't know
side
what that is
away.
either.
That'll keep you on all stuff. Fastball.
Jake, you're not that old.
Speed.
Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going.
Do a curveball down.
2-2. Line drive
right
to
at my left fielder. Okay, that works.
Ortega
He like
is
locked
there.
in,
He
and I
makes
was like,
the catch
okay,
for the out.
yeah, it works then. It's right at him. And Ortega's a great defender out there, left field. Nice, guys. We got 11 viewers and 111 comments.
But
Nice
the only
work.
problem was that he pulled off it just a bit. The location was a little on the outer half, so he would have hit it even better if he would have stayed through
Right
the
at the
middle of
left
the
fielder.
field.
That's Ortega.
Stepping
This is
in,
Kelly Prescott, the catcher for these Tigers. Jake, I don't think I've ever had Tab either.
First pitch coming. Here
Beverly,
it is.
I don't know what that is either. You guys keep saying things that I don't know about.
0-1 the count. Prescott, a native of Arizona. He's a 15-year major league vet, so it's been quite the career for him.
Yeah, man.
Oh, that one's
And
out.
he turns this one around high and
Yep,
deep
you
to
can hear it.
center field. See you later. Over the wall, a home run.
Oh, Coke in a glass bottle. Definitely, yeah.
So it's a solo shot to dead
Soda in
center.
any bottle
Second
over
home
soda in
run
any can,
early
too.
in the year. As they get on the
Not even close.
scoreboard here, it's 5-1.
I don't think I know what Cheerwine is, Noble. Yeah, Jake, it's not what I expected when I booted up the stream, that's for sure.
Well, if you're going to get your first hit of the game, you might as well do it with a bang. He thought he
Yep,
could
Durango
squeeze
gives
one
up a home
past
run
him,
here.
but he thought wrong.
To the plate
This
now,
is Grant Taylor. This is one of the guys I traded to Detroit.
Swing and lift a ball foul off to the left and out
Got
of
Darnell
play.
Reyes in exchange. He's sitting
One
in
out,
AAA.
nobody on. And it's fouled away.
Yeah, I don't think I've had Cheerwine either. I mean, most alcohol I haven't. Most beers or wines or whatever Cheerwine may be. I don't think I have had that.
Every pitcher gives up home runs.
Durango's first K
Some
right
more
there.
than others, but the best ones forget about them as soon as
First
the next
one
guy
as a spider.
digs into the batter's box. He showed me a lot right there by going
All right, completion.
after
Yeah, we'll
the
do it.
next hitter
I'll do it.
and striking him out on only 3
I've only been to
pitches.
Atlanta one time. I was just driving through when we were going to Florida. So I would have liked to make a stop there, but it wasn't in the cards for that trip.
Fouled off.
Yeah, heck, we're still happy you're here. Don't matter to me.
And this misses the outside
Oh, it was a
corner,
cherry
so it's
soda.
knotted
Okay.
up at 1-1.
I see you, Noble. I mean, there's stuff in Milwaukee I haven't done either. Granted, I haven't lived here 25 years, but
Count moves to a ball and 2
Same kind of
strikes
stuff.
now.
I don't know what Shasta is there, Showtime. The Jolly Good sodas? I don't think I know what those are, Jake. Are those Milwaukee something?
There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. And he will get there to make the
Diamond
running
Defender, I
play,
can look away
and
from the screen
that
when he's
will
trying to make a
end the
routine play,
inning.
right?
Tigers
Why
are able
Cleveland,
to
King
draw a
Cody?
run
I
closer thanks
wanted to
to this
rebrand
solo
2 teams.
home
I
run.
wanted to pick 2 teams
Bottom
from
of
my
the third
roster
coming up.
to do
The
it with.
Spiders are out in
And the
front
Spiders
here,
are an older team that's
5-1.
at the end of a window, and I kind of progressed that by trading at the deadline. But then, the news came out about them changing the name from the Indians, so I, took the Spiders and ran with it. So that's why Cleveland. And then the Atlanta Kings are my other one. I changed the Braves to the Kings, and the Kings are in honor of Martin Luther King,
I
who was
guess the
born in
game plan
Atlanta.
from the offensive standpoint today coming into this one.
And again, it
they
was
were
more
gonna
so
work
me
the
picking
counts.
2 teams on my
They've been
roster
super
than
patient
picking
at the
2
plate in the early
cities
goings of this
in real
game,
life.
and they've got the lead, looking for more.
Back up the
There we
middle,
go.
and that's
Max
a base
Taylor
hit,
with a
so
knock
the
while we're talking
pressure's
about
on to open up the
guys we
inning.
traded away for.
And they
I
start
don't know
the
what
third
Shasta
inning
is.
the way they finished off the first 2.
Yeah, I don't know
Doing
Jolly Good either,
damage.
Jake.
As we take a look at his
Jolly Good
numbers,
sodas? Yeah, I don't
you can
know.
see they've had his number since
Crystal
the first
Pepsi?
pitch. If he doesn't buckle down soon,
I've heard of that.
he might have a short outing here.
It is Milwaukee based. Okay, cool. Hey, if I ever go to Atlanta, yeah, I'm betting on you giving me a tour there, Noble.
Nothing doing.
I am serious. Just like how Chase is gonna give me a tour of Vegas and Sean's gonna give me a tour of Philly.
A runner at first with no outs.
Yeah, during baseball season, okay. The goofy sodas, yes sir. Cody, this is my fictional roster. This is Bacon's fictional roster on Elevator Show 20. These players are all fake. I created them all myself. Over 3,000 total player models. I want to say how many downloads I get this year, 6,000 or so. And I thought that was caught. Yep, Noble, thanks a lot. I have had Jones soda though. Yep, that's another one I've seen. It's right there.
Down in the zone, hits on top of it, induces the ground ball double play.
The WCW. What am I missing here? The worst part about having to scroll up on the comments is that whenever there's new comments, it scrolls all the way back down. Showtime, I hated RC Cola. The first bar I worked at only had RC Cola. They didn't have Coke. And so I just, you know, like it was a kind of a bad restaurant, bad bar kind of thing. So I kind of just thought that it was a crappy soda to go along with the crappy bar that I was working at.
Taylor is under it, and
yeah, so RC's not something I'll buy on purpose. I like it, yeah. Should I plan a trip then? Are we gonna plan on going to Atlanta?
All set for the start of the fourth.
Be a whole lot of us once the weather gets bad here in Milwaukee. I mean, it's bad now. It's just gonna get better, and then it's gonna get bad again.
Hit in the air down the right.
That's how seasons work, kids.
But this is going to wind up
Dalton Silver, second baseman. Again, trying to talk about baseball again.
Out of play.
Completion, I have no clue what you're talking about. That's got to be an Atlanta thing, man.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
Vortex would be fun. What's Vortex, Noble? Corvette Club. You just had a bunch of Corvettes came to the same McDonald's one morning? Okay. Is that scarier or less scary than a biker gang then?
Hit out towards second.
You know it, Jake. Gotta give some viewer reward incentives. So yeah. Vortex is a burger place. Okay. Got it, Noble.
So
I'm into burgers, so yeah, let's do it.
His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory.
That was the best part about going to Arizona the first time. I'd never had In-N-Out until the first time I went to Arizona. Get there, let's get it. Ortega's so good in the corner. Let's go. What a defensive whiz.
Next will be the designated hitter, Fernando Sanchez.
Completion, that's why I need Noble to escort me around the place. I'm not going anywhere alone.
Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big
Vortex for burgers, varsity for hot dogs. Okay, very nice.
Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard.
Yeah, Jake, definitely look into getting creative with your viewer rewards. I know there's a few people who enjoyed mine, right? I think. I don't know. Either way, just something to click on, something to pay attention to other than me for a few seconds.
That's popped up. Lazzeri over to his right.
Lazzeri makes the play there. Hey, it's a quick inning. At least it seemed quick. I mean, all these innings have seemed quick tonight.
For Detroit. They're down here 5-1.
I'm excited to see how they do backgrounds with Create a Stadium. If it's like defaults, or if I can put like a big building in the background, or like, you know, a different stadium in the background. Like, can I put, you know, can I just pick Cleveland's background and then build a different stadium exactly where this one is? Or does the background have to be one of the presets? Same thing with like any other stadium. Really curious to see how that all works.
A native Floridian is in the midst of his 8th major league season. High fly ball out to straightaway center.
I'd really like to build a skyline too. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
And he puts it
especially for the people, you know, like the group that's trying to get a baseball team in Raleigh, North Carolina, or like Nashville kind of thing, like, because you could use the game to kind of build the stadium that you're gonna
He's ready.
proposed to the city, or vice versa, like random people in Raleigh or Nashville or Portland or Vegas or wherever you may be can make their own skyline and then make a stadium that they think would look good for a major league team, and then, you know, get some big internet points, post it on Reddit, and get people to see, like, you know, what you came up with there. But I'm really excited to see, you know, how people react to it who aren't in the MLB The Show community. But yeah, it should be like a drag and drop mechanic where you can put anything anywhere, and they have like a certain amount of presets. That would be best case scenario. Like I want to put the apartment building in Pittsburgh kind of thing, like, or like any building like back here, like any of these buildings I want to be able to put anywhere on any stadium, is what I'm trying to say. Like, give me every option possible instead of, you know, only putting half the effort you should into it.
And he will put it away to retire.
Completion, that would be best case scenario, honestly. If we could start with the stadiums as is and then adjust from there. I'd like to be able to create ads too. You know how we can create, these great creators can make the jersey, like the word mark or the logo for the hats. Do the same thing for ads. Like, let me do like a Mountain Dew ad in right center field for the Brewers or something like that. Or let me put in my own like Miller ads if I wanted to. Something like that.
And he told me overall he's not happy with the
I think that'd be really cool.
Together. They've only managed one base runner in this game, so it's easy
Cody, it did take forever. Yeah, I started in 2016, October of
2016.
Over 3,000 players. It's been growing consistently since then. I got a number of people who say that they'll never play the live roster again because of how much they enjoy the fictional roster. And I'll never get tired of hearing that. I've heard it from, I mean, probably 100 people now that just don't want to
it's about time they get
play
something
the
going.
real rosters
And the last
anymore.
thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch. In the
If they bring back online franchise, that'd be huge for my roster. Yeah, I'm sure with the Discord that we have now, I'm sure that we could get a group together that would play an online franchise. I am sure of it. But no, there's no real word on if it actually will be in 21, if there will be like an actual online franchise, or if they'll just return with the custom leagues. We haven't seen anything. Yeah, probably in a couple weeks when they talk about other stuff in the game. The Thursday streams are going to be like their go-to. They're going to keep releasing little things there every Thursday. Hopefully we still get Tuesday videos or something, but we'll see.
First pitch on its way.
But yeah, we just don't know enough about the game at this point, Cody. Yeah, no, well, me too. I won't play a franchise with real players anymore. And I still want to be able to edit like little things like options. Like, I've gone nuts. Like, mini rant here. So you guys know I have some connections within the show community now. You guys know Chase or Showtime, and then the big one, of course, is Ryden. And Ryden knows some people in Sony because he's worked with them with the rosters. And I've, you know, slowly been giving him my wish list, trying to like get things for player editor within the game. And I really want to be able to edit like options. Options are game changing for a franchise. If a player's out of options, it adds a complete another layer to the screen when you're finishing a spring training. Because you have to consider a worse player who has 0 options. Would you rather have him in your system, or would you rather try to get rid of him or DFA him or whatever it may be, because you have a younger player that's slightly better? Or do you start with the other player, you start with the veteran, whatever it may be. But options bring in so many more like realistic decisions that GMs and managers have to make at that time of the year. I really hope so. He said he was gonna, so I really hope he did, Chase. Now I gotta catch up on the comments. I wasn't looking. But yeah, leagues were pretty much a disaster. I agree, completion. And they were really toxic just because it had a lot of like the same DD community, it seemed. Cody, it just doesn't have enough depth in the real rosters. And then I have what people call rosteritis, where I want everything to be consistent with how it is in real life. So if like Christian Yelich started wearing Nike instead of Under Armour, I'd want him to wear Under or Nike instead. And that, you know, that times 3,000 for every single player. Like, I just
Digging
want
in for
everything
his
to be
second at bat,
consistent
Jalen
with where it is in
Haynes,
real
0 for
life,
1
like
for him
where
here in
which
this one.
teams each guy is on, or their trajectory for their career kind of thing. And it just like isn't something you can keep up with. So I just decided to disconnect MLB The Show from its real life counterpart of the MLB.
Here's the
So the
first
game
pitch
is
to him.
so much better because you don't have to consider anything in real life.
Wouldn't mind the pitcher expanding the zone a little bit more and using his aggressiveness against them.
1 run, just 1 hit, and no errors in the ball game for the Tigers.
Jake, yeah, it got old quick, that's for sure. And Chase, yeah, talking about Ryden moving the list to Sony, I really hope he did. Honestly, I sent him some of the bigger gripes that I had with player editor and with just overall roster building in general to make it easier for myself and others. So hopefully that is the case. And Noble, yeah, you hit the nail on the head. I didn't read your comment until now, but yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Getting to know the new players, new stars, trade for guys that you never heard of. A lot of guys, like, you can't evaluate players just on their overall rating. Like this guy here, Jalen Payne right here, 81. Is he a good 81? Is he a bad 81? Like, is this the kind of player that you're going to hit well with because of his hot zones or his attributes as is? Or, you know, is he just not the same, like, usefulness as other 81s? Like, you can't compare an 81 directly to another 81. And that's the thing I've talked about the most in these streams, actually, is that when you're evaluating players on my roster, you need to pay attention to things other than overall. Completion, I 100% agree. Everything should be editable. I want quirks to be editable. I want to be able to edit options. I want to be able to edit their own career stats, what teams they played for in the past. I'd like to do, like, gold gloves or silver sluggers or any other awards like that. It would add a lot more depth to the fictional roster. And that would be, of course, best case scenario right there if they added everything I'm talking about. Yeah, Clay Kirshner and Curtis Rivers up. Exactly, Noble. Same kind of thing. Yeah, he is one of the better DHs or poor fielding left fielders in the roster, and he starts at a 78. And it's also, I'm not sure if people have noticed this exactly, but if you look at the roster, you should do this right now, Noble, if you have the game up, or if anyone else has the game up, you're welcome to do so. But load up the roster, and then look at one team and look at all their overalls. And then start a franchise and look at all their overalls in franchise. Every player is going to be adjusted in terms of their morale. And a lot of people don't talk about that with my roster because the players I pulled out of a franchise and then their overalls are impacted by the morale from being in that franchise they were pulled from. So some guys are going to be, you know, a 79 or a 73 where, you know, they were mad when I pulled them out of a franchise. And then their overall is different in a new franchise. And then morale affects them in that franchise as well, kind of thing. So a guy who's at like a 70 sometimes in my roster is possibly an 80 in a franchise when you start, which is an insane difference.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field.
Is this a home run? Desmond Lazari, oh, I really thought it was going to be out. Showtime, yes, exactly. Creating missing players is impossible. And, of course, you know that, and I know that very well, because I tried to make players for you that were missing. And you only had the one workaround, and if it didn't work for that one workaround, then you'd have to find one that's close enough, or just go with no career stats.
Oh, tough to catch up when it's moving like that.
Jake, Evan Brenner's only good for you. Yeah, morale system is broken. It doesn't make any sense. I want to be able to edit all the morale options too. Let me be like, okay, so I'm making, you know, Chuck Souza here, who's a 40-year-old for the Braves, and I want to make it so he wants to play in his home state. He wants to play, I believe it's California. Like, why can't I edit that to make it so he wants to, like, retire in California, or he wants to retire in Florida, something like that. I want to be able to edit, like, their wants when it comes to free agency, and it really would add, again, another layer to franchise and to the roster itself.
Well, the reason
But
power
J-Hack,
hitters
morale is
generally
100%
draw more
broken
walks
in my
than other
mind.
guys is
I'd like to be able to
exactly
turn
what
it
we
off
saw
if
right
it's
there.
possible.
Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
I'm going to take him out, so it's Clay Kirshner. And I'm actually going to fill my cup. I'm going to grab another beer, so I'll be right back. Dron, I agree. It's close to being really good, but it needs to be. You need to at least explain what it is with morale, like, or why certain systems work the way they do. And then I'll be into it a little bit more.
Kirshner, a 6'3" left-hander. He was selected in the 7th round back in 2011.
Oh, exactly, Jake. Yeah, especially if it's like your 3-hitter, or if you want like. You can only have 3 star players on your team because you only have 3 star slots, and then they'll be upset, that they're not in a star spot of the lineup, if that makes sense. Like if you have 4 stars, like this seems like a problem for Showtime, but like if you have too many stars, then like it's going to negatively impact their morale. And I mean, I guess it's realistic too. Like there's guys in situations in Major League Baseball right now that aren't happy, but we just don't know about it as well because of how the media covers it and how teams don't want, that information coming out.
Has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that.
Duran, I 100% agree. Yeah, that's my biggest gripe right there. Exactly that. And the star slots are a terrible idea. I get roles like that. I understand like having certain roles, but it just the system like doesn't work as well as they intended it to in my mind. And I'm okay because it's only a slight boost, but I'd prefer to have that completely off if it was an option. So we can turn Heidi off in 21, I'm pretty sure. Let's be able to turn off morale in 21. Since it obviously doesn't work how they want it to.
And he fouls this one off.
Yeah, J-Hack, exactly that too. Or when you call a guy up, why is he upset that he's making the wrong amount? Like not enough, like kind of thing. But that's actually an issue I have with the game where you can't actually pay minor leaguers that little of a salary, like once they get to the major leagues, like the 70K or whatever it may be for a minor leaguer. So it should automatically change their salary and change your budget when you call up a player that's making less than the major league minimum. But yeah, completion, yeah. Cody, I'm playing 1 in every 3. So what is that, about
so now to the plate,
55 or so?
As he will take strike 1.
And then I'm actually going to play
no balls and a strike.
55, is that the right number? Yeah, and then I'm playing 2 for each team because I have a 2-team franchise going here. Again, this will all be impacted by 21. If I can get the roster onto 21, then I'm going to ditch this franchise, and then I'll be starting a new one on 21 since we can't do year-to-years.
Down the first baseline, fielded cleanly, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Completion, I agree. If we could hide attributes entirely, I'd like to see that. I'd at least like to see overalls hidden in the franchise, or at least in the game. So when I go to a player's player card, it shouldn't say their overall all the time. I'd really like to have that stat completely hidden. Yeah, Jaron, you're not putting Bruce Green in the leadoff spot or batting him 3rd or 4th. It doesn't make any sense in the Padres lineup. So again, another scenario where morale is broken and ruining your experience with your veteran catcher there.
On how long you're going to go with a start is how many first pitch strikes you throw. 80% usually means you're going to have a pretty
good day.
You
do boost your salary in order to show, yeah. They can do it in franchise, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Showtime, exactly. Yeah, money needs to be adjusted 100%. Still down 4-0. Okay. Still looking good. Again, I bet 500 channel points on Showtime losing, or not Showtime, on Phillies fan losing. Yeah, that's how it works, Jake. Is that one of those guys, or probably all those guys, are going to want to have ace as their role in a franchise, and only one of them can be the ace in an MLB The Show franchise.
3 up, 3 down for Detroit.
But yeah, all three are happy in real life being stud pitchers, otherwise Bauer wouldn't have signed them. I'd also like to see just the rotation reworked in franchise in general, because the rotation in franchise shouldn't be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slot. It should be like how it is in custom leagues, where to rotate, where it's next pitcher up. It's not like you have a number 1 starter still, but your next pitcher up is different than your number 1 starter, if that makes sense. Like your highest energy guy is the next guy to come in, the next guy to start. And then they can even blur the lines between starters and relievers. Like this guy who's pitching now is a starting pitcher, but he's in the bullpen because of his overall. But you can make it easier for a long-term franchise just to have every pitcher be a pitcher rather than a starting pitcher and a relief pitcher, where you just like base the start off of energy or stamina or whatever it may be that you feel like the next starter should have.
Stotson will stand in here, but before he does, let's take you back to the very first inning. This was a 2-run home run right out of the gate.
Completion, you're talking about money still? Or are you talking about morale? Here's Dodson, left on left from here. We're up 4 runs, so I'm going to let it ride. I'm sure that he'll get another chance later to hit against a right-hander, but he is not much against lefties. 39 and 56, both below average. I consider 60 to be a major league average. When I was building the roster, that was the number that I always thought of for average. So you should consider the same. I think San Diego said that specifically that number was average as well.
Maybe shorten up
right, yeah, completely. I know what you mean. But yeah, it's not like enough of a negative in that case too, but because they're still in the rotation. They don't lose as much as they could, if that makes sense. But the issue is that the rotation like moves. Like I'll skip my 5 starter, and then now guess what? My 1 starter's in the 5 slot, and then his morale is down because he's no longer the ace on my team. Still 4-0, Jake?
First pitch coming, here it is. Here's a shot.
Let's go! Eric Rowe with the home run. Let's get it. It's our 3rd one. Somebody tell Phillies fan I have 3 home runs. We are on Hall of Fame as usual. If you'd like to in the viewer rewards, you can select crank it to 11, and I will play on Legend for the remainder of the game. Or you can turn it down to easy win, and I'll play on All-Star for the remainder of the game. But this is on Hall of Fame with my slider. Completion, I want to see everything about the coaches too. I want to be able to edit every single attribute with the coaches. 100%. Yeah, he could really use this lineup right now. Again, this is the best that I've felt here with the Spiders. I was saying that on our opening day stream on Tuesday, where it's just like, there's just so much optimism on opening day, so I feel so good about it right now. And I'm sure the bubble's going to pop, like this, but it feels good right now. But yeah, I want to see everything about coaches too, for sure. 60 down the average according to San Diego Studios, yes. Exactly, Jake. That's where I heard it, and that's where I started building the roster, because I really wanted it to be consistent with what they said average was. So again, when you're evaluating your players, do the same thing to say, oh, 60's average, so an 80 is good, like above average, and then anything above that is fantastic, and then you can do the same thing going down to 40 and 20. Anything below 20 is completely unusable.
The 2-3-4 hitters now to start the 7th.
I appreciate it, Jake. Also, I know you're saving up, so quite all right.
Settling in now, Dalton Silver. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, I believe Noble, you cranked it up on opening day, right? And it didn't matter because that was an 18-run win for me. Durango's still looking good, only giving up the 1 home run. I think that was the only hit. It actually was. That's insane. I didn't even notice that. We've been cruising with Andrew Durango.
Is carrying a slugging percentage under 350. Needless to say, he's not a big extra base.
He got 2-3-4 this time though, so I maybe should consider a bullpen arm.
Lofted in
That's
the
going to be a flyout to
right
Andrews.
Andrews moves to his right.
Love to see it. The 3 home run performance for us tonight.
Into the box, Avery Phillips. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game.
There's Phillips, the first baseman.
Well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Bounced weakly near the plate.
Nothing there. Let's go.
And
he's
quickly
jogging
there
the
are
first.
2 away.
Here's Sanchez. He's better against lefties.
Hitter, Fernando Sanchez. 0 for 2 here to
The
start the
DH
action.
for Detroit. Look at his card real fast. The veteran. He probably has regressed a little bit. And this is another thing I like to do. You notice his hot zones against lefties are cold. Like they're blue. The bluer they are, the worse he is against, a certain hand. And I purposely did this where his attributes are higher against lefties, but his hot zones are colder against lefties. So it makes you kind of choose which one you prefer. And it, he doesn't exactly perform one way or the other. I'm gonna do Tracy. So you kind of got to value like one thing or the other, if that makes sense, because they aren't always in line with each other. Dexter McCain has 2 triples in the first 3 innings. Get him 4. Get him 4 in a game. Can you imagine hitting 4 triples in a game? That's got to be more insane than 4 home runs.
He gets there to make the play.
That's good. That's a good guy. I'm glad you have him on your team too. Nice second base prospect for the Seattle Mariners. Dexter McCain, left-handed hitter, speedster. I believe he plays third base in the outfield as his secondaries too, if I remember correctly.
Last half of the 7th here.
This is Homer Webster back to the top of my lineup.
Homer Webster. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Kirshner's still out there. Again, he's a starter, so he's probably going to go for a bit. At least that'd be my guess. They do have another lefty up. No, but which catcher is that? Are you talking about Coffee? Or I don't know how far you are into a franchise. Coffee's the guy I think of. He's a utility catcher, which I also was really proud of. A catcher that can play everywhere. He's a nice bench bat to have. I just haven't had him progress enough here. But if you guys know Josh C., he's a big fan of Stan Coffee. Oh, you're talking about you. Oh, you said you have catcher speed. Okay. I thought you said a catcher with speed. My bad, yeah.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Another example of me being unable to read right there, Noble.
Cue shot here out towards short.
He's really happy, Jake?
And
yeah, you think so?
Down now.
I'm glad. What inning is he in?
Striding in, Desmond Lazeri. Getting a little jumpy in the box,
Chase, how do I feel about the new rules for minor league baseball? I didn't see what they were specifically. Did they widened the bases in AAA? Is that right? They went from like 15 to 18 inches. That was the one I heard of. And then what are the other ones? Always interested to see what they're doing with the minor league because they keep adjusting a bunch of stuff. And I don't mind it, honestly.
Swung on and missed for the first strike.
Cody, I didn't like that rule either. The 3-batter rule. I think it takes away strategy. I've heard people say it adds strategy, but I think it takes away strategy, so I'm not as much into that.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1.
The bases are supposed to prevent collisions.
Fastball just misses. Okay. That's ball 1.
I heard it was supposed to increase stolen base opportunities, and I was like, I don't see how those two things are connected. Because a combined 6 inches isn't going to do much for me in terms of trying to steal bases. Trust me. That one's down. 3-1 to Shannon. He's a power-hitting shortstop I got from Kansas City. He's a free agent after year 1, I believe he is. I don't think he was non-tendered.
Line drive to left.
But all the dude does is hit bullets, especially against left-handers. That's going to have to be a single, though.
And they're able to get the ball in quickly, so he'll be held to a single.
Soriano being the new legend. Yeah, he beat up the Brewers. So I don't know. I'm not going to play too much online in 21, I don't think.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going
Especially
on
if the
there,
roster
Dan.
transfers.
I gotta
Actually, even if the
believe
roster
you're
doesn't
sitting there in
transfer, I don't see
the box
myself playing
thinking
too much
until somebody tells
online
you
on the
no.
show
I know
21.
it would have been a close play, but I think you got to err on the aggressive
God,
side.
bullet
right there.
again. J.J. Lewis with a
Through
perfect.
for a one-out base hit.
You don't get too many pitches a day in the big leagues, middle cut. His eyes lit up right there. This
That
pitcher's
was no
lucky
middle.
he's not getting another ball from the umpire.
Yeah, Soriano. I had a really good friend growing up that was a Cubs fan and is a Bears fan, and we'd always talk trash about how bad the Cubs were and how bad the Brewers are and how bad the Bears were and how okay the Brewers have always been. But he was always a big Soriano guy, and I really wasn't into Soriano. Chase, we should try to do a custom league if they're back.
Max Taylor.
And he'll swing and
It should
send
be
the
you,
chopper
me,
to
Phillies
third.
fan,
There's one.
Ryan, maybe a couple other guys. We'll see.
One pitch, 2 outs, and the inning is over. Around the horn they go. 5-4 to 3
Noble, that'd be
to
fun.
end the threat. More matinee
I don't know what it is.
baseball
I'm just
here on
hitting well
Wednesday
right now.
afternoon.
Playing a good
Following
game in
this.
general. Yeah, Jake, the friend's parents were from Illinois. And actually, the area I grew up in had a lot of people from Illinois, or whose parents were from Illinois. So unfortunately, we had a lot of Bears or Cubs fans in the area. Jake, yeah, we'll see if they actually want to do it, but yeah. A lot of foul language, yep. Cody, are you from Missouri, or the area over there? That's a good reason to be a Cardinals fan. I mean, they love their Cardinals over there. I got an uncle who's a big Cardinals fan. Noble, no, be nice.
First pitch of the at-bat.
I don't dislike the Cardinals as much as I dislike the Cubs. I'll definitely learn that if you stick around on the stream. Especially once we get to regular season, we start talking about real baseball on a consistent basis. I am not saying many good things about the Cubs.
And this ball is heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move
Illinois,
to
but close to
0-2
St. Louis.
now.
Yeah, so Southern Illinois, very nice.
Nothing in 2 count, and the
Yeah,
pitch.
I mean, they're probably the closest team then, too. I know a lot of Southern Illinois is more into the Cardinals than they are into the Cubs. So that's
Hey,
perfect, all right.
sometimes that's how
Very
a
cool.
rally gets
Yeah, I'm in
started
Milwaukee,
right there. I
if
know
you're
it's a
curious.
soft
King
lineup,
Cody,
but
in
leadoff
Milwaukee.
man on usually poses problems.
Lived in Wisconsin my whole life. Went to
Standing
college
now,
in
W.
Milwaukee.
Young, as he'll take one up in the zone, but
Yeah, Jake,
in
Cards
the
over
strike
Cubs.
zone for the first strike. He's
Always.
hitless in his 2 at-bats so far.
Come on,
Well
now,
off
missed
the
it.
inside that time as the sinker
But yeah,
misses
Chase, if you
for
want to do
ball.
like a laid-back
All you
league, we
want
could
is the
try
leadoff
something like
man to
that.
get on to start
Just to
a big
introduce
inning,
yourself
maybe get a big rally going to
to
claw
online
your way
play.
back into this
But
ballgame.
I'm not, I'm not pushing
He's
for
set.
that.
Here comes the 1-1. There's strike 2 as the
Oh, Cody,
hanging
yeah, it's
slider
a,
was let go.
It's a classic
Hey, it looks like
stadium,
this guy's
Wrigley,
gonna work in
especially
the upper
before they
part of
did
the
all the
strike zone.
upgrades recently.
It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can adjust to the way he pitches.
But no, I'm not a fan of the Cubs. I'd like to get to Wrigley. I'd like to watch the Brewers beat the Cubs some game, but
for the second time today,
no dice.
he's gone on strikes. Good job
We'll
of
see.
making him chase
And
a
actually,
pitch for the
quick story,
strikeout there.
I had
yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of
I had
defense.
tickets to go to a game
To expand
when
their zone
Ichiro was
protect.
approaching
And
his
when they're in that
3,000th
mode,
hit,
getting
and we
them
didn't
to
know
go
which
after
days he
hits
was
they
going to
can't do
play
much
on.
with becomes
But
a
I
lot
had
easier.
tickets to go to a game where it was going to be Marlins at Cubs, and Ichiro had like 2998 major league hits. And I really thought that we'd get to go to the game where he got his 3,000th hit. And the friend group I was a part of at the time decided that they didn't want to use the 4 free tickets that I had while we were in Chicago to go to Wrigley Field. And so we didn't even watch the baseball game. And of course, Ichiro didn't get his 3,000 hit there. He got his 3,000th in Colorado, as I remember very vividly.
Line shot to third base, and the runner gets back.
And that was the closest I'd gotten to getting in Wrigley. Chase, I didn't get a PS5 yet. No, very close. I thought about it. I have a friend who actually is pretty in tune with Target in the area, and I really thought that I would go after it this week, and then I decided against it. For me though, I'm not as worried about it until we get to like the last week or so before the show 21 drops. Like, I want to familiarize myself with the system itself, but I'm okay with not having one for, you know, another month or so now. So no PS5 yet.
Trying to pick things up where we left
Ron, I'd like
off.
to go to St. Louis too. I'd like to see the arch. That'd be cool.
We'll see what he can do leading off the home
Jake, I'd be into it. Yeah, if you want to plan a trip to Chicago, I'm all for it. Yeah, my girlfriend keeps saying she wants to go to IKEA, so
line drive to
I was
left.
like, we could do it like the same kind of trip. I got a couple friends in and around the Chicagoland area, so it makes sense to, you know, kind of have it be like a 2-day kind of thing. So I'd be into that.
Now is the DH.
But Wrigley's definitely on my list. I'm trying to get to 1 game a month this year. I don't think that's going to be too hard, but, you know, with the lower capacity, it might be. We'll see. I'm going to get Hargrove in here. He's been fantastic. Noble, actually, of the 3 people I was with, it was me and 3 others. I only talked to one of the other people that was in that group, and it was my sister. So yeah, they were essentially disowned as friends, yes. A good resolution to the story.
What are your thoughts on this offense?
This one's going to drop, isn't it? No, it's
Well,
not.
Manny
Okay.
V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy,
Ron, who's your
weather
second,
starts
or
to
your,
warm up and
sorry,
the
you
ball
said he's your
starts
second
to come out
favorite.
like
Who's your
this.
favorite
Looks
Mariner
clear
then?
that the pitchers need to start making
Did we
better
talk about this
pitches.
before?
Just
No, it's
great
Griffey.
approach. No one
Of
really
course it
chased
is.
today. Really
I mean,
stayed
Griffey's my favorite
staunch
Mariner.
on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Wow, was he looking to swing the bat right there? Check pitch on his swing.
Yeah, Jake.
That ball wasn't even close to the zone.
Yeah, I still got to figure out my car situation, actually. I need to buy a new car this spring as well. So buying a new car and buying a PlayStation 5 are going to come around the same time, which is not ideal. But yeah, were you streaming on your PlayStation 5 today, Jake? I didn't even notice if it was 5 or 4. Yeah, Jerron, I knew that. I knew it was Griffey. I knew that. So Hargrove or Tracy here? Tracy still has about half energy. Hargrove is full energy, but he's much worse. Oh, Jerron, I'm really excited for him to make the Orioles because he has to. He has to make the Orioles, right? And then he'll probably pitch an Orioles game against the Mariners, right?
First pitch.
You would think so. So they open up King's Court again one more time. And then on top of that, Hernandez is only 30, right? He's only 30 or 31. So I'd really like to see that happen.
Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
Yeah, same with me, Jake. When I started paying attention to baseball, Griffey was already getting old and playing for the Reds. He was a right fielder for the Reds when I first started paying attention to the Brewers.
And he'll fall behind now to 1 and 2.
So all the Griffey that I know of is old tapes you see on MLB Network. He did stream on PlayStation 5 though. That's very cool.
Swing and a miss at the curveball.
Very
great
nice.
Pitch call there, and that's the first out here in the 9th. It's a bullpen
Durango
game
was
for them now as
fantastic.
we have a look at the
7 innings,
final
1
line.
hit,
And
1
they'll be
run.
very
It was
happy
earned
with
because
how
it was
they
a home
went.
run.
A brilliant
4 strikeouts.
performance, Matty V, as a manager and a
He's
pitcher
32?
coach. All you can ask for is your pitches to
32
be
doesn't
rock
sound right.
solid.
I thought he was only
And
30
in this
last
one,
year, or 30
only
this year.
allowing 1 hit.
Okay. But yeah, he's been in the majors since he was 20, so
Plate,
I'm not at all surprised by saying he's got an old arm. Lots of mileage on it.
He'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's nothing
Noble, I'm
at
sorry.
one. He could really
At least you're
use
still
a
playing in that
knock
men's
here
league. That's
for
gonna make you feel
3
young every
so
week.
far. Hit out towards second.
There we go, Webster with the bouncer right to him.
On to
Again, he makes all the
first,
routine
and they're
plays.
Out away, 2 gone here in the
Felix
9th.
Hernandez is 34? No, that
Standing
doesn't
in,
sound right.
Dalton Silver.
Is that right?
He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Griffey and Adam Dunn? Yeah, on the same team for a little bit.
Didn't quite catch the zone.
Adam
there,
Dunn has the
ball
longest home run at Miller Park, or the stadium formerly known as Miller Park. I actually went up to the place where he hit it one time, and I couldn't believe that a ball landed there.
On the fastball. 1-1.
Unbelievable.
Ooh-wee. That was some smoke right there. High fire right on by.
He's 33, okay.
So 1-1
Damn, it just
home.
doesn't sound right.
And this ball's in the
And this
air
should
to
do
left
it.
field, and this should do
It's a
it.
fly ball right to
And
Ortega.
the
He
catch to
slides
end
underneath it,
as
and it's a
Spiders
7-1
sweep
win
here in this
for us here.
3-2
The
game
Cleveland
series as
Spiders
this ball game is over.
Well,
we improved to 22 and 17 on the stream.
They came out absolutely banging
Second game for me today.
The
first one
to another notch in the win column.
7-1 the final today. Cleveland
very
came
nice
out
to see
swinging
it.
with a huge first inning that really set them up well.
Baseball reference page. That's Fernandez.
Durango
Felix
earns
Fernandez.
his first win of the season as he finishes 7 innings.
No, Jake, it's Adam
only
Dunn.
1 hit.
Jay Bruce probably has the most home runs at Miller Park. That dude always killed us. I don't even care what he was doing before, but he would always hit against us. Yeah, how did I finish before Phillies fan? He plays long games is all. See, I think he has his on the actual broadcast, and I have mine on hybrid, so that'll speed it up a little bit. And I didn't start too much after he did, right? That was just the second inning when I was getting started. My next game will be April 2nd against the White Sox. We're going to sim to that. This was just a quick 2-game series with the Tigers, actually. There isn't one here for April. So, again, shoot, I'm going to have to put him on the 10-day here. J.J. Lewis, yep. So there it is. This will be the next game. It's Cameron Morrison at home against the White Sox, where they're throwing Patrick Henderson. And I'm going to set up a raid. He's in the bottom of the 9th. Is he still down by a bunch? But we should set up a raid real fast. Yeah, it's 4-0 and he's got 1 out. Okay. And I know Crazy Coach is about to end too. I should see if he's going to keep going. Because we might raid Crazy Coach if he's going to keep going. And you guys can decide if you're going to stick with me into the raid with Crazy Coach or if you're going to go to Phillies fan. But I'm going to raid him. But yeah, let's do that. Let's raid Crazy Coach right now. And hopefully it works fast. I'll pull up right. My sound isn't working for him. But I'm setting up that raid for Crazy Coach right now. Hopefully he's going to play through April. I'm not entirely sure. Anybody know? Again, though, yeah, I'll be back on tomorrow. It'll be at 10 o'clock p.m. Central start for me. Same time as tonight. The game to my left is the one we'll be playing. But maybe Crazy Coach isn't going to keep going. I did want to raid him, though. But yeah, I'm going to end this right now. We can chat in the stream with Crazy Coach.